It's been at least a week.
Yeah. It's so low.
Yeah.
So wet.
I'd
It's
rather.
better than it flooding on.
Whoever the father is had a.
Yeah, that's just sad.
How low it was. Oh. Yeah. So. I can't get danger. You can move hay back. Tip it over. Clear out this somewhere along in here, mostly in this whole area that's about animals off of it. Especially the vines. The vines are. Thought she saw a dog or something over here. I'm trying to see if he might be the father of these puppies. She said it looked kind of like a German Shepherd. I know the neighbor, he lost his dog. It's been at least a week, maybe even 2 weeks. Now he said he hadn't seen it. It's a German Shepherd that looks like Layla. We're wondering if he might be the father of the puppies. Trying to see if we see it. I got this treat. Trash back here. Yeah, I was like, it had been on the other side. I'm like, you wouldn't see it on the road.
Yeah.
The road's so low. The road, I feel like, is kind of like flood one day.
I feel like it is.
We'll probably have to take the canoe. travel down the road because it's like,
It's so low and
yeah,
so wet.
it's like natural, like the little flood channels. The way it's designed. The way it's designed, if it ever overflows, it's gonna flow through the road,
Yeah.
and it's kind, which is actually kind of nice.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I'd
It's
rather,
better than it flooding on the land.
yeah, I'd rather it flood
And we got a canoe.
that way.
It'd be like swamp.
Yeah, it'd be cool. It would be like channels up over the fence. Yeah, I mean we got some fences actually. If we really wanted to, we could fence in some cows. I mean, look at how, you can't even tell how far of a drop that is, but that's the road. You can see the little ditches on the side of the road where the water floods in. That's where people be getting stuck at. We got a little tree barrier along the road. So it'd be cool too if it did flood, like the road would be flooded, but then it'd be trees along the road. And they'd just be like holding the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what?
That could have been the father, honestly, because it looked like a German Shepherd, and it had like a saddleback.
Gotta be full blood. Like the way they look, or maybe not full blood, but they gotta be like, I don't know. They look, but I was thinking whatever the father is, gotta be like that brown, because I don't know where they got that look from, because they would look like the black ones. And so the brown one, whoever the father is, had to look like the brown ones. Yeah. Because Layla didn't look like that, and her parents didn't look like that either. None of them look like that. All of Layla's ancestry is all of the black and brown. It's cool. You see, I didn't even put some posts up. We got some posts where the property boundary. You see that pink flag?
Wow.
Through those trees.
Yeah.
I put that flag through there, but it goes, that's pretty much where the boundary is up to the gate. There's another flag over there. But, yeah, so pretty much, I mean, all this, I'm going to have to fence it in. It should be easier to do it now than before it gets green. But I might have to cut a lot of this stuff down.
Yeah, that's what sucks, because that's like privacy.
We could let some stuff grow up, but I don't know, it's going to be right up on the fence. Mainly like the little stuff. Which the good thing is the road is so low, people can barely see.
Yeah, that's what helps.
When they get to this point, they can,
And
see
then they
more.
keep grading it lower and lower.
Yeah, they scalp it.
I don't see them dumping a bunch of gravel.
You can really see where the land slopes down this way. I didn't really notice. Stand over here. I didn't realize how low it was. I thought about making this all this little crop field and have rows just sloping down. I got maybe half the wood off the truck. Stacking it by the house. So finish stacking that, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can strap the truck to a hay bale so I can move it. See if I can move it with the truck. So I don't know how to figure out how to do that, but let's go ahead and get the rest of the wood off. It's a process doing stuff, especially when you don't have certain equipment. But I get my glove on. But yeah, pretty much just loading up the rest. I get start getting it towards the back. So I'm gonna get the rest of the wood up, and then I'm gonna try to bring the truck down over that way so I can try to move that hay bale. So now most of the wood is stacked. That's all that's left. I stacked it pretty tall this time. Just wanted to see the difference would be. Would it be more tall? Usually we stack it kind of longer. Yeah, but I think it's a good length. This is somewhat tedious. It's kind of a chore, but you gotta have wood. Like a puzzle piece. You gotta stack it to keep it from falling. So they all sit on top of each other. Running out of pieces. And that's all of it. There's a couple pieces on the ground. Rather put the heavier one on the edge, kind of hold it in place better. Hopefully they don't fall, kind of shook it. That'll be alright. So that should be all the wood. It's kind of slanted, but that's alright. So yeah, it's a lot of wood. Let's see what it looks like. It's not too bad. So it's gonna be pretty warm now, so hopefully it's this wood will last us a long time. It's actually gonna be pretty warm this week. It's like 60s, 70s degrees. It's only gonna be really cold at nighttime and maybe in the mornings. So yeah, I'm gonna figure out, I don't know, I might see if I can put a T-post through the hay bale. Because if I can, I might use the T-post to pull the hay bale. Or I might just try to strap it again and see if I can pull it. This hay bale is tied up, so I might be able to just pull it with just the strap. But we'll see. So I wanted to put 2 T-posts through the hay bale like this, so that hopefully I can pull it with the truck and it'll just be able to roll. But the issue is I gotta move it from sitting next to this other hay bale because I can't get the T-post on the other side. So I'm gonna see if I can just pull it with the truck, pull it up some, and I may put another T-post on the left side of the hay bale on this one, so then I can put a strap on each side, and then hopefully I'll be able to pull it with the truck. We'll see. Hopefully it works. So I just strapped the little ratchet strap onto the T-post, so I don't know if it'll hold. I just kind of wrapped it and put the hook on, and then I put it on the little hitch down there. So let's see. I don't know if it'll work because it's only on one side, but we'll see. So it kind of worked. I probably should have stopped. I just wanted to keep going and see what it did. So the bale flipped over, but it definitely able to pull it. So if I get the other T-post in there, I don't think we'll have an issue pulling it. Be another game changer. You can move hay bales without having to have a tractor. See, the bottom of it's wet. It's been sitting on the ground. I'm gonna see if I can. Let me turn this. So now I'm gonna see if I can flip it back over. And if I can flip it over, I'm gonna I'll put the other T-post in, or maybe I can just put it in from the top. So that did not work. I'm gonna go to plan B. I try to lift it up, try to lift the hay bale up, and that didn't work. This thing is well over 1,000 pounds, so I can't even tip it over. So then plan B is I'm gonna put a T-post in the top and then put another strap on the top and see, hopefully I can pull it. Hopefully it'll flip over on its side, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know. About broke my wrist trying to lift it up. This thing's heavy. So now I've got the T-post on top in the middle. I don't know if I got it in there deep enough. I'm still kind of sticking out away a little bit, but I think it might be all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this strap and wrap it on the T-post. Hop up here. So what I did last time is I just got this and kind of wrap it around the base part of the T-post. And just hook it on. So you may have to tighten the part you wrapped. But yeah, just hook it on there. I think it'll be alright. And I just take this in. So take this hook right here, hook it onto the hitch. So now I got that on there. I don't know how this is gonna work out. It might just drag it, which might be okay, but I really wanted to flip it. I can flip it if I can get that bottom one off, but it's on there tight. So I don't know. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull it. We'll see what happens. I don't even know where I want to put it though. I was thinking over there somewhere. Put it up over by the cedar tree, maybe. So I was able to pull it. It still didn't flip over. I wish I wouldn't have ever flipped it over. So I was able to pull it. I'm not exactly sure if I want it right there. Put it right there, but I don't know now. You can see the marks it made from pulling it. This is where I dragged it. It dragged it. And I wanted it to roll. If it was flipped on the other side, it would have rolled. But you see the T-post, where it was dragging the T-post to the ground, kind of like a little tiller. So the truck was pulling that. And it kind of struggled at first because I didn't think about sitting in the mud. And the T-post was pulling the T-post through the ground. So I had to kind of drive pretty hard to pull it out of the mud. But it pulled it out. I need to figure out how to flip it on its side so then I can just roll it. It'd be a lot better to roll it instead of just tearing up the ground now. But I at least got it moved. I just don't know. I kind of want to move it over there now. I don't know. We'll see. So you see it's like that. I need to flip it. I don't know if I back in with the truck, if I can flip it that way. So let me try that. So I did a loop all the way around here. Trying to get it to tip over, I couldn't get it to tip. So I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can get that bottom strap off. I'm pretty sure I can get it to tip over. Maybe I could just take the top strap off. Take the top one off. know. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but I was back the truck up so I can get this off. Yeah, so I had to back it up. Got that off. So yeah, so let's try this again. I'm gonna put this top strap on and see if I can pull it so that it tips over. Okay, so now hopefully this will work. It actually kind of worked perfectly, so it's better to do this when it's not wet because the ground is getting torn up, but we plan on plowing this whole field up anyway. So I think I'll leave the hay bale here, maybe. I don't know. Here is a little torn up now, so. But so that was the top one. And I got this covered. But anyway, so yeah, it works. I mean, we really need to. We can move a hay bale, especially if I do it the right way. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm trying to decide. I was gonna move the sheep over here somewhere. I just need to move them. They need to be moved. It's better for their health. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna see how much of this I can fence in. I might move the hay bale up a little bit. I don't know. I like this spot right here. But we'll see. Alright, so before it gets dark, I want to try to create some openings into the forest. See, it's kind of hard to tell, but back in there it's all just forest, and it's all this little brushy tree species and stuff. So I'm gonna try to clear out a lot of that. I'm not gonna clear out this part today. I already made an opening. So I'm just taking the chainsaw and I'm gonna head in there. Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. So eventually I want to cut all this brushy stuff down and get rid of it. But before I do that, I want to focus on with the fence line. So I'm trying to cut the area where I plan on building a fence. So I want to start fencing in the property, but I want to fence it in different sections. So this will be the first section I'll fence off. I think it'll be maybe about, I don't even remember, maybe 10 acres. 8 to 10 acres. So this is an entry into the forest. I cut a lot of this stuff down. It's pretty dense in here. It gets wet too because of all the water that flows from the property flows down these streams into the creek. The creek is just on the other side. So I cut a little bit just to make an opening to get the dog kennel out of here, because that's where that kennel was at, right over there. But also because this will be where the fence line goes. And so in this section of the property, I want it to be about 10 acres. I think it'll be about 8 to 10 acres. But so fence line will go pretty much through these trees. I'm gonna have to clear out this and make an opening through these trees. So I'm gonna cut a lot of this stuff down. It'll be like a little buffer. So the way I plan on kind of managing the property, this will all be forest land on the left side. It gets denser and the trees get a lot bigger. It's a lot of trees, so I'm gonna manage that. We'll be using that for firewood, and I might try to grow some mushrooms, and we use the leaves to give to the sheep. But there's a lot of creeks all throughout there, so it'll be tougher trying to fence that off. Probably leave it open until a while. Eventually I may fence it off, but through here we'll have a fence going straight that way, and then it'll come straight that way and all the way down to the end. You see that big tree in the light? That tallest tree right there that's shining in the sun. That's right where the exit is towards the road. So that's where that tree is. That'll be where the ending of the fence line will be. It'll be just a little bit to the left of that tree. So it'll be somewhere along in here. Yeah, that's that sycamore tree. That's what kind of tree that is big old white sycamore tree, and that tree will be kind of like a marker. But I'm gonna create an opening because it's kind of hard to get through that. It's even harder to get through it in the summertime. It's just so dense, it's almost impossible. So that's why I want to cut it right now while we're in February, while it's still, everything's dormant. It'll come back in the spring, but I'll have to try to manage it. But I'm gonna create an opening right in that area, and it'll go out to the road pretty much. So that opening will go out to the road, and then I'll clear this whole fence line by hand, all the way through here. So I'm gonna see how much I can get done today. Sun's already starting to go down, but yeah. So I'm gonna go all the way down to, there's a little entryway to the creek that we walk through. Yeah, my glove got a hole in it. But anyway, I'm gonna stop all the way down to, there's a point by the creek where I'm gonna stop, and then the fence will kind of cut off, and we'll close in this whole area. That's about, I think it's about almost 10 acres, this whole area. And then we'll start managing, clearing out some different spots in that, and then I'll fence in another maybe like 8 acres or so, however many, on the other side. And I'll just start doing it in increments. But I mainly want to fence this area off first, so we can at least let the sheep kind of free range out. And we don't have to worry about moving them all the time with electric fence. It's a lot of work. And so the little opening I created is over here. I'm gonna open it more eventually. I'm gonna cut all that down. You'll be able to see the house through here, through the forest. But I'm gonna start though on this side, probably by the road, and just work my way down. Figure out exactly how I wanna do this. The reason I'm doing it right here is because there's a creek on the other side, and so I don't want to have to try to fence over the creek or anything. So I'm gonna do it just right before the creek. So I'm gonna fence off the creek, a little stream right here, and there's more creek down there, but a bigger creek. But I'm gonna try to just fence all this off to keep the animals off of it, and it'll just be easier, I think. So I'm gonna cut this stuff down. A lot of blackberry vines. So that's it, sycamore tree I was talking about. And then that's the road. You can kind of see the road on the other side. So I'm not exactly sure where. I want to do it probably a little further down. So probably literally right next to the sycamore tree. So I'll start here. All right, so I got cleared so far. Kind of can't really see too much of a difference yet, but I want to show this tree. Pretty good sized tree. Came down perfectly. So yeah, it's a lot of work, especially the vines. The vines are what's really a hassle. And it's the little stuff that's the most hassle. Once I clear the road, I'll just go back out that way. You can see the road is right there, so I'll do it right. I'll go right next to this big old sycamore tree. Almost there. Yeah, it was a good sized tree. It was a good cut. Still not that big, but get a lot of wood off it.